the beacon for the nation.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I hope you're having a wonderful morning. Today being the 7th day of February 2025, I welcome you to the Muslim Insight Show. My name is Zamzam Ahmed and my sign language interpreter is Ilhan Noor. So today we are going to have a discussion about education. We've had, or rather we've seen, that the students who have been doing the exam, or who did the exam, or rather KCSE 2024, received their results a month ago. So what next after that? Are they going to engage themselves in higher education? Are they going to enroll themselves in businesses? Are they going to stay at home, or rather maybe do something that can change their life? So today we have in studio Mathad Said Ali, who is the Deputy Director, Imperial Education Consultant. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
I hope I have pronounced your name well. We also have Hussein Abdul Razak, who is the Branch Manager, Nairobi, Imperial Education Consultant. Hussein, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Glad to see you again, mashallah.
Pleasure.
I bet we met before, and the same discussion was on education matters, higher education, yeah. So we have this discussion, or our topic of discussion is unlocking opportunities for Kenyan students. Now the students are in a dilemma. Where are they going to go next? Are they going to increase their education level? Are they going to do businesses? Are they going to stay at home with their parents? Or what next? So we want to look at what are the challenges these students face. We know that Imperial Education Consultant helps students study abroad, right? So maybe to start with you, the Deputy Director of Imperial Education Consultant, what are the biggest challenges these students face when maybe deciding what to do after high school?
So usually the first thing is, after they get their grades, we look at their course selection. If they don't know what program they want to do, then we go back to their grades. Which programs they can do with their grades. Then we look at their interests and their strengths, their weaknesses, all that. So we take all that into consideration before we actually suggest programs. And then after that, we take them through the university selection process. And then we take them through the process of application and all that.
And what are these challenges they face when they want to decide, or rather they are deciding to do something after high school?
Not sure what they want to do, what university they can go to, destination, not choosing the right destination, they don't know which one to go for. Basically, most of the time they usually unplanned. They don't know what career they want to go for. So that's where we come in. Okay,
talking about career, let me come to you, Hussein, as the branch manager. Why is career path important at this stage?
All right. Thank you so much for having me again and having us as Imperial Education Consultant in this wonderful show.
Pleasure.
Just to add to what Martha said, one of them is also coming to terms with their grades. That's one of the biggest challenge. The rest is mentioned, but the number one is coming to terms with their grades, and then the rest flows in. The common mistakes that students make when it comes to career selection, as per your question, number one is peer pressure.
Okay.
Peer pressure, basically my friends are doing this, so they follow, you know. What
let me cut you a bit before we come to the common mistakes. Why do you think it's important, the career path is important at this stage?
Why do I think career counseling is important? Very good. So once the students get their results, it's quite critical for them to get professional guidance on what they can be able to do in terms of career-wise. And it's not just a matter of choosing the right career for themselves. It's a matter of picking what they'll be effective in and what will bring them satisfaction towards the end. As you can see, some of our elders, they did careers, but they ended up working elsewhere. And we ended up having many people who are unmotivated, have less interest in the jobs they're doing because they didn't pick careers that they want to do. Okay, but when somebody goes through career guidance and counseling, they get to be able to understand themselves better, know what fits them best, basically picking the career that goes hand in hand with their skills, talents, abilities, passions, interest, and personality. This allows them to be more effective and also to be more, to be able to be, to achieve that satisfaction and be happy and be motivated to wake up every day in the morning to go to work. So that is why it's very important right now for them to be able to get professional career guidance and counseling and create their career map and not waste time or money, by studying anything anyhowly. Yeah.
Now we come to the common mistakes these students make.
Number one, as I said, is peer pressure.
Yeah.
Majority of students follow peer pressure. I always use the narrative from a short excerpt from Lion King, where Lion King grew up with Rafiki, which is the monkey, and at some point Simba realized that I am not like Rafiki. Rafiki loves eating meat. I love eating meat. Rafiki loves eating vegetables. Rafiki can jump from tree to tree easily, but I struggle jumping from tree to tree easily. So he asked Rafiki, and Rafiki took him somewhere to the river, and he had the voice of his father, and he was reminding him, Simba, remember who you are. You are my son. Remember who you are so that you can take the place in the circle of life. This in itself, one of the key lessons other than, selecting what fits you as per who you are is peer pressure. Simba was following everything Rafiki was doing, but at some point he realized, I'm not like Rafiki. And that the second lesson is the Rafiki also shows what our young people follow. Social media. I see you as an influencer, I want to become an influencer. Yeah. So we have students ending up following other people's dreams. The second mistake is listening to too many people. They say too many cooks spoil the soup or the food. So most of the time you are recommended to look at professionals and seek advice. For me or for us as Imperial, we always recommend seek professional career guidance and counseling, listen to your parents, and also professionals relating to the career you want to go to. So if you want to go into medicine, get at least one or two, get their advice, get their guidance. But unfortunately, we want to listen to everybody. My uncle says this, my aunt says this. So no, don't do that course, it's not marketable, do this course. So that's the second mistake. The last mistake is people pick careers based on how much money they can make. Yeah, if I go for cybersecurity, I'm going to make a lot of money. But does it go with who you are? Do you have the personality for it, the skill set, the interest, the passion? Because if you're keen, employers in the 21st century, what they're doing right now is they're conducting aptitude tests and psychometric assessment before hiring you. The essence of that is for them to be able to understand, does this person fit the requirements for this particular career? Not just academically, no, in terms of skill set, interest, passions, and personality. If it does, it shows that this person will be able to give their all in that particular career. But if during the assessment they realize it doesn't fit them, then they'll know this person is just choosing this career anyhowly. And that's one of the biggest mistakes. So we always say that pick a career you love that goes hand in hand with your strengths, skills, passion, personality, abilities, and work hard for it, invest in yourself, and pray, and at the end of it, the money will come. Okay. Yes.
I think the second one that you've mentioned, listening to what other people are saying, is really something that is affecting most of the students. And it's something also I've experienced, like you find so many people are telling you do this course. People, relatives you've never met, they are there. Umepata ngapi? Unataka kufanya nini? You know, you see. So talking about the common mistakes, why it's important for a career path at this stage, let's talk about the factors to consider. What are these factors a person, or rather a student, can consider when choosing between, we have the college, we have the universities, we have the polytechnics, or more so the alternative career path? What are these factors?
We look at the factors we consider. Usually, most of all is usually your budget, finances.
Okay.
Because studying abroad is not, for lack of better words, cheap. Okay. So there'll always be expenses involved. Yeah. So you have to know, or you have to determine the budget or the finances that you're working with. That will help us to also help you determine the best destination for you. Then other factors come into place. Preference, you like this place, so we look into that. or what you're actually looking for. Are you looking for part-time work while you're studying? Are you looking for stay-back options? So we consider all that into that. All those factors are usually taken into consideration before we can advise you on the right study destination for you.
Okay. Yeah. Wow, that's amazing. Do you have any other factors that you'd like to add?
Yeah, majority of the factors are those. However, now there's one more factor perhaps that I can add on top of that would be the grades.
Okay.
The grades will determine where you want to start, because you said the factors to consider when whether to pick a college or to start from university level and where to go to. So the grades are very important. What grade did you get? All right, and of course, as he said, which country of destination are you interested in? Do you have then the finances? Do you have the budget that fits the budget of that particular country? And then once we have all these three, it allows us to be able to guide a student. Listen, from your grades, according to your grades and your course of interest, this one you can be able to start directly into undergrad, or you this one for this course you might not be able to go into undergrad. You must have to start from either diploma or foundation or different pathways depending on the country that we take the student to. The other factor could be maybe a student has got maybe a relative in that particular country that they want to stay with, or they have got other goals attached to that. For instance, they want a country that, I'll give an example. If you want to go into healthcare, it's always better to go study in Australia because of the rewards of when you go into, there's already gaps and then the rewards of it. So those are other factors that you consider. So grade, finances, long-term goals, and then from there it's very easy to tell them, okay, for Australia you will have to start from here, for UK you'll have to start from here, and etc, etc. And if they can't start from those particular options, then basically what TVET options are available for them to study, there we also we are able to recommend that as well.
Okay. When you talk about grade as a factor, for example, if a certain student wants to study abroad, and this person has gotten a low grade, do you advise this person to redo or retake the exam, the Form 4 exam?
All right, depends on the grade they get. If they didn't get the minimum entry requirement into undergrad, most of the international universities have what we call foundation. So foundation is a pre-university. You do it for 1 year, and then you go into your course. But remember that you must have at least majority of the prerequisite met. Okay, if you have majority of the prerequisite not met, then most of the time it's probably you have to go through diploma. But I believe Martha, the deputy director, can be able to also add more information regarding that. But as for us in general, if a student doesn't meet the entry requirement, there are other pathways, either diploma or foundation. Okay, if they're going to be studying locally, again, if the grades don't meet the requirements, again, we can recommend for them to start either certificate level. For instance, a student with D+, that's a certificate level. A student with C- or C plain is basically diploma level. A student with C+ and above, it's the undergrad level. Again, some courses, it's even more than C+. For example, medicine, you must have a mean grade of B plain and above. And for subjects, you must get B plain and above. That's maths or physics, English or Kiswahili, biology and chemistry. So whether you're going to study abroad or locally, such kind of a course, you must get a mean grade of B plain and those 4 subjects B plain. So these are some of the factors we look at. And if a student doesn't meet that requirement, for example, medicine, if you don't get those requirements, even abroad, if some universities can accept you, we don't recommend. Because if you come back to Kenya, you have to be licensed. And they will not license you if in Form 4 you didn't meet the minimum entry requirement as per the country. For the unlicensed courses, you don't need that. So you can be able to go through certification, foundation, diploma, and other pathways that maybe he can top up and add, and then go directly into degree.
Okay, yeah. Wow, that's amazing. Quite factors to consider. So when we talk about, we have these students, you know, transitioning is something not easy. There must be some things you will go through. Maybe it's a challenge, maybe it's what you will encounter, something like that. So what are these challenges that typically the students face when transitioning from high school to higher education, or maybe to college or to universities?
Well, it's a different plan. They are from a high school. Now they're going into either college or university setting. So it's different from the point that they go into class, how they interact with the teachers, how the scheduling happens, how they submit their assignments. It's all different. The way a high school teacher will handle you and the way a university professor will handle you, or a college professor will handle you, it's all different. So we guide students based on that as well. So we look at the student themselves. If a student is well versed, some students are well versed, then and they are well prepared, we guide them through that, and we take them to institutions that will offer them the proper guidance, or will will guide them through the transitioning. So some universities offer, or some institutions offer academic advisors, which the students have from the first day that they're in. So these academic advisors take them through the course selection, how they will prepare their calendars, what they will do. They want to do this program, so they have to do this course, so that they can be able to align themselves properly to succeed. They'll also take them through the scheduling, how they submit their assignments, what to do. These are the avenues where they get the information that they require. This is the library. They take them through the orientation, all that. Yeah.
So the guidance thing. Okay, you've talked about guidance and counseling to these students who want to take up different courses, what they want to take, something like that. We have parents. These are the core pillar, you see. These are their kids who wants to do, or rather go for a higher education. What role do the parents play, and mentors, let me include the mentors, play in helping students make decisions about their future? You know, we've heard that grade is a determiner for you to take up a course of your choice. And we've had so many parents, or rather different relatives, coming and telling you, do this course, do that one, you know. So what role do parents and mentors play in helping the student decide the different course they want to take, or make a decision about their life?
So parents and mentors play a very crucial role. Let's start with parents. We know that they're the ones, whether you're 18, you're done with high school, you still need your parent. They're still going to pay your fees. They still have valuable insights and wisdom to be able to guide you as a student. Number one is to help the student accept. Even though some parents, like there's a parent who bet their child to death because they didn't get the grade they want. But majority of parents in today's century, or currently, they're helping their students in terms of their kids. Okay, it's happened, you didn't do well, or you did this, you didn't get what you wanted, but number one role is acceptance. The second thing is giving them guidance on where they can be able to get guidance. I've seen parents who direct their students, you're interested in these 2 or 3 courses and you're not certain, you can go, they pay for career guidance and counseling. So that's another role. Okay. Number 2, they guide you. Okay, you've done career guidance and counseling, but yes, we know this is the best one for you, but since you had a high interest in these 3, they get you what we call internship or job shadowing opportunities. So that's 2 weeks of each. You go and shadow. If you're interested in medicine, you go to a hospital, observe what happens there, and then you can be able to tell if I really want to pursue this or not. So that's another role. The other role that they play is helping their kids make realistic decisions. One of the challenges we have is children do not make realistic decisions. Somebody has gotten D, but you're looking for a scholarship. Who's going to give you a scholarship with a D? Or somebody has gotten Ds or Cs in particular subjects, which is still not bad, but does it meet the entry requirement of the careers they want? All right. The other role the parents play is, guiding them on careers that are marketable. Some parents are quite exposed. And the last one that I love that I've seen with some parents is they usually tend to offer an advice to the students or to their kids that you want to do A, B, C, D. As you're doing this, I have this company. I actually love this kind of parents. They don't force, they don't compel. They tell their kids, pursue what you want. But remember, I have this company. You are the one who's going to be the caretaker of this company in the next 5 to 10 years. So as you are studying, I want you to also learn something that will allow you to come back and take care of this company. Reason is, not many people are going to offer you jobs out there. We've created a job for you. You can pursue what you love, but also learn, let's say, a course in business management so that you can be able to manage this particular company. Now, when you come to mentors, they provide guidance. They provide, it's like a torch. This is where you can be able to start. This is which direction you can be able to take. This is where you go get the information. Like our program we had last year in partnership, even you guys were part of it. This year we held it again live after high school, and we were able to show students. This is where you can start with the grades you have. So as Imperial Education Consultant, we play that role as not just recruiters or career counselors, but also mentors. Where can you start? Where can you head to? And what can you do to start creating your portfolio right now and invest in yourself? And of course, there are mentorship programs we conduct every now and then in the office. CV writing skills, interview skills, job hunting skills, career preparation skills, career mapping. So these are some of the major roles mentors play in the lives of students. And last but not least, as I said, job shadowing and internship plays a big role, because the professionals in the hospital or in an engineering firm or in a law firm, they act as mentors to these young people by showing them, if you're going to work in the law firm, this is what to expect. And this is what you need to prepare yourself with. If you're going to work in the engineering field, this is what to expect. So that's the role of the parents and the mentors.
That's amazing. Let me come to you as the Deputy Director. We've talked about the general challenges, what the students go through and everything in terms of choosing their career path. So let's talk about the Imperial Education Consultant. How does Imperial Education Consultant help students choose the right path?
As we are contracted by the universities, so we get first-hand information from these universities. So some universities offer scholarships through us. So by us guiding the students, by us talking to the parents, we can be able to know if a parent needs that financial help. So we guide them through those ones. If a parent, some universities give of us insight as to their facilities, faculties, because we also do take one step further. We usually visit the institutions themselves so that we give first-hand information. By that, we can be able to guide the parents depending on their needs as well. This student wants to do, let's say, mining engineering. Then as per the institution that we visited, we can tell them that this is the perfect one for you to go do that, because you'll gain the necessary skills. This is the one that fits your finances. This is the one that when you study, you'll also get part-time work in this institution. So all that we do for the students. So
it's all about guidance, career guidance and counseling. Talking about the career counseling, maybe, how do you do it? How is it done at Imperial Education Consultants?
I'll let my colleague answer.
So, handle the career guidance and counseling department. We have 3 career counselors in the office. And we have an advanced psychometrics assessment tool that we use. So a psychometric assessment tool that we use to be able to guide and provide counseling for the students on what they want to do. So the assessment tool, basically a student does an online assessment, they get their full report, then we do report interpretation. Once they have the report, what does the report mean? So the report usually entails their personality type, their strengths, their weaknesses, their career interest type, basically which career they're likely to enjoy, their career motivator types, what would motivate them in their careers, and there's variable skill sets. So what skill sets do they have or do they possess that can be able to guide them or match them with the particular career path that you are. Alhamdulillah, sorry. So which particular skill set do they have that we can match up and match them up with the careers that they want? So once we're done with that, by the end of that particular session, we usually give them assignment. So that particular session, they pick at least 4 careers that fits them, who they are, then they go do assignment. And this is quite crucial. And for those of you who are listening and watching, let me tell you why it's important. Majority of our kids select careers without knowing what that career is. So that assignment has a couple of questions like course description. A student can come to you, I want to do aeronautical engineering or mechatronics, but ask them, what is mechatronic? What is astronautical engineering? Or what is aerospace engineering? They don't know. So such kind of a question will allow them to understand, I'm going to do aerospace engineering, but this is what I'm going to be doing. So the other questions entails things to do with job description, the pros and cons of this course, career opportunities, the changing trends, because some of them choose dying careers. So how is this career evolving? Is it changing towards this particular side of tech, or is it is it being combined with a different career pathway? And then once they're done with the assignment, when you have the final session with them, it's so easy. You find it so automatic. The students like, I was really interested in this, but after my research and finding out A, B, C, D, I realized that this is not for me, and I would prefer this. And the good thing about it is we have a career library. Online career library. So they can write any career that they want to research on and get all the information there, together with where to start in terms of whether you'll start in foundation, diploma, degree, etc. So that's the tool we use, and that's how we are able to provide guidance and counseling to students to be able to pick the right career for themselves. And once they're done with that, now our career counselors, study abroad career counselors, take over. The likes of Mr. Marthad and other our staff, they take over. Now they pick which university you can do with the grades you have, with the career interest you have, etc.
Thank you so much. I want us to take a short break, and we will be back. And once we come back, I want us to look at how you guys support students transition from high school to higher education when it comes to selecting the courses, when it comes to selecting the destination to study, inshallah. So stay tuned. We will be back with
HorizonTV, the beacon for the nation. Verse of the day.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والذين إذا أنفقوا لم يسرفوا ولم يقتروا وكان بين ذلك قواما والذين لا يدعون مع الله إلها آخر ولا يقتلون النفس التي حرم الله إلا بالحق ولا يزنون ومن يفعل ذلك يلقى أثاما.
Nikajiuliza maswali, nikajipiga msasa.
Mungu yuko ama hayuko? Ni Mungu gani tunaomba?
Because I just don't want to follow Christianity just because I'm born into it. I want to conduct a research and pick the best one.
Which is original wenye. Hey.
Sikutamka shahada, nimekuja kutamka shahada baadaye, baada ya kujulishwa kwamba kumbe unafaa kutamka shahada. Wakati ule tulipewa tu majina.
I go to the masjid and I listen to the khutbah. I love it. When people get up, I do exactly what they're doing. I don't know about shahada, I don't know about wudu, none of that, you know.
Yule bwana kanishika, assalamu alaykum, salam, ushaswali Yasir? Ambia bado sijaswali. Asema sasa sasa hiki tokea umekufa, utaambia nini Allah?
I faked my life as a Muslim girl. Nilikuwa navaa hizo nguo, nikakuwa free, but I'm still doing drugs. I'm still selling weed in my abaya.
Siku moja nikamuuliza, anko, ni kweli hii paka ni jini inaongea na wewe? Akaniambia, anko, hizo ni fitina. Siku moja utajua hii dini na utaipenda na hutaiacha.
Katika kipindi kijacho.
Someone who is fasting and he is not praying, khamsa salawat, my friend, I'm telling you openly, you are wasting your time with hunger and thirsty. Swala ndiyo kila kitu. Mtume ametuambia al-ahdu alladhi bainana wa bainahum, tofauti baina yetu na wasiokuwa Waislamu. Swala ni swala, faman tarakaha faqad kafara, na mwenye kuiwacha hii swala, mwenye kutoiswali hii swala amekufuru. Meaning if you don't pray, umeenda kinyume na Uislamu.
HorizonTV, the beacon for the nation.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back and thank you so much for keeping it at Horizon TV. This is the second segment of the Muslim Insight Show, and we are having a discussion on a really interesting topic, a really important topic of our life. Once that the students are now out there, they don't know what to do next, inshallah. But with this discussion, we are going to help them identify the course they want to do, identify the study destination for those who want to study abroad, identify everything that is required of them to continue with their education. Now, we've talked about the general challenges, the general thing those students normally face after high school. And we've tackled a bit about how the Imperial Education Consultants help the student choose the right career. Now, I want us to look at the study destination. How do we support the students transition from high school to higher education when it comes to studying abroad? What factors, as the Deputy Director, should a student consider when choosing study destination? I know we've tackled about the factors students can consider when choosing between college, between university, between other alternative career paths. Now I want us to look at the study destination. What factors can this student look into in order to choose or to decide his or her study destination?
Okay. So, like we mentioned earlier, usually finances. You have to consider finances. So the cost of living and the tuition fees. And also other factors come into play at the same time. Like Mr. Hussein mentioned, does the student have relatives in that destination to help with the finances, such as living expenses? Other factor that we consider, does the destination offer job opportunities where a student can work while studying so that they can reduce that burden of expenses to the parents? Does that destination offer long-term goals, stay-back option? Do they give them post-graduation work rights? Are they given some time after their studies to stay back in the country and work? And what is the possibility of them becoming residents in that country or even citizenship? Okay. Then again, all that also, we also have to factor in the grades as well, because you might have the finances but you don't have the grades. So we look into options that will help you get to that destination through pathway programs, to certificate programs, to diploma programs. Then we guide you based on the right university or college or institution in that destination. So take for example, as a parent, you come to us, you tell us that my budget is $20,000 for tuition fees and living expenses. So we tell you this destination, say Malaysia or UAE, tuition fees is this amount, 15,000, living expenses is 5,000. That matches it. Or we say in this country there's a university that the fees is 20,000, but we can get you $10,000 scholarship.
Okay.
So it will match your budget as well. So we after taking that into consideration, then we begin the process. Yeah.
So let's talk about the process before we even go to how you guys support students during this transition phase. I know you've talked about the grades. I have the grades which can make me, or rather can allow me, to study abroad. So leave alone the grades maybe. And what other factors? You've talked about the relatives being there, the job opportunities, the long term. So it's all about the guidance, right? Now, there is application process. How do you support these people? How do you help these people in terms of application process? You know, I need visa, I need to make maybe company health insurance, something like that. How do you guys help them?
So we work with the universities directly. So we do the application processes on behalf of the students. So we ask for the documents. So when you want to apply, we'll tell you we'll need your passport, we'll need your KCSE result slip, we'll need your high school certificate. Then we make the application on your behalf. So we have our own portals with the universities for communication. We submit the documents, and after some time the universities will give the offer letters. Then we take you through the next process. We give you a step-by-step checklist, whereby the first process is the application. Then after that we tackle in different destinations have different, the process differs. But usually is application. After application, we go to the deposit stage, where you either apply for the visa or you pay and prove your financial capability. You pay a deposit to the school and you prove your financial capability. This process usually involves the Western countries. So in countries like Malaysia and Dubai, after you get your acceptance letter, you just apply for your visa. Through that visa process, we also guide you. So we tell you these documents are the one that's needed. You are required to present your passport size photo. You're required to present your yellow fever book. You're required to present your passport cover to cover. So we guide you on that, which documents are supposed to be prepared, which are supposed to be presented, and how they're supposed to be presented. And in certain cases, we present them for you. In other areas where you're required to present them yourself, we guide you on how you're supposed to present them. Such a case, let's say, like the US Embassy, where you have to go for an interview. So we guide you through that interview process. We'll tell you what questions you will be asked, how to answer them, what to answer and how to answer them, what to wear, how to present your documents, all that. We take you through that whole process. We make sure at the end of it, you are admitted to the university and you also get your visa. And then after that, we continue the process with accommodation. So if you have relatives in that area or you sort your own accommodation, that's fine. If you don't, we also help you do that. Either want to stay on campus or off campus. We have partnerships with homestay networks, with residence networks, where in different countries. So we link you up with them. We look at your finances. We tell you this is the one that matches your budget. And then we also give you a pre-departure briefing. We tell you, when you're traveling, this is what to carry. At this time of the year, maybe the weather is different. So don't buy so many clothes, go buy there. So different destinations have different discussions, but we take you through that. And then we also arrange airport pickup for the students. So because it's a new place, a new environment, you don't know anyone, at least you have that welcoming. You have someone to welcome you in there and take you directly to the university. And also after they take you directly to the university, then you have people there waiting for you, so that for the settlement. Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. Now let me come to you, Mr. Hussein. He's talked about the study destination being Malaysia and Dubai. That is what he's been mentioning mostly. Why do you feel like Malaysia and Dubai makes, or rather, what makes Malaysia and Dubai attractive to study destinations for international students?
Number one, safety.
So,
Every parent wants their children to study where it's safe. Safety in terms of safety from vices, from war. You know, Dubai and Malaysia, places you can walk even at night, past midnight, and even as a lady, and nobody will bother you. You're very much safe. Of course, safety is your main responsibility, but number one is safety. Number two, quality, affordable education. So Malaysia offers quality, affordable education together with Dubai, whereby you can do a course from a UK university in Malaysia, for instance, Heriot-Watt, which is a Scottish university. In Scotland, you'll find that the fees is around 25,000 USD to 30,000 USD and above per year, while in Malaysia, it's only 10,000 to 12,000 USD in tuition fee per year. Malaysia also has, I'll start with Malaysia, has the opportunity for students to actually do what we call dual degree in partnership with a Malaysian and a foreign university. So we have a couple of universities which are as low as 4,500 to 6,000 USD in tuition fee per year, and you're doing a degree with a Malaysian university in partnership with a UK university. A good example is a university called APU in Malaysia, which is focused on tech. They offer a dual degree whereby you can get 2 degree certificate, one from APU, one from De Montfort University, and it's only 7,000 USD per year in tuition fee. While if you go to DMU in the UK, that course will not be less than 25,000 USD per year. So you see, that's 7,000 and 25,000. That's like 3, almost 4 times the fees. The other reason why a student would recommend a student to study in Malaysia. This is a Muslim insight. So as a Muslim parent, it would be because Malaysia and Dubai are generally traditionally run in the Muslim principled way, and so most of the time you'd find that if it matters to do with prayers, there are prayer rooms everywhere. All faculties, all malls, the rules and regulations in terms of even gender, hostel, moving into each other's hostel is there, the strict. So a male cannot go into a female's hostel, a female cannot go into a male hostel. So all these provide an opportunity for students to be able to study in such destination. The last reason is the investment these universities have made. So these countries are very well developed, and the universities have partnered with top companies. For example, if you want to study in Dubai, majority of the students do their internship and part-time job at Dubai Internet City, which has over 1,600 top companies from around the world, right? While in Malaysia, you can do your internship also in top companies at KL that will provide students with advanced industry exposure. And it is guaranteed internship, unlike when they study locally and they have to struggle for internship on their own. Some internship, you have to pay for it. In Malaysia and Dubai, the university organize what we call career fairs, where potential employers come, and potential companies where students can do internship can be able to come. Last but not least is the affordable cost of living, especially Malaysia. $300 per month a student can be able to live very well, comfortably. That's accommodation, meals, food, transport, and internet. All right. So all these and many other factors are some of the major reasons that students can be able to study, that we would recommend a student to study in Dubai and Malaysia. Yeah.
And when it comes to helping these students help find affordable universities, how does Imperial or how do Imperial education consultants help students find affordable universities in these countries that you've mentioned, like the Malaysia and Dubai?
So number one, we look at the grades, we look at the financial capability. As he said and I said earlier, what's the student's financial muscle? There is everything for everybody. If your financial muscle is maybe 3,000 USD or 3,500 USD and you want to do tuition fee per year and you want to do nursing, we have a university for you in Malaysia called University of Cyberjaya, because they offer 50% scholarship in nursing, 43% to 50% scholarship in nursing. If let's say a student, maybe they want to do engineering and their budget is not more than 500,000, but they've done very well, we have a university like University that offers up to 100% scholarship off tuition fee. Off tuition fee. So if a student has 5 A minuses and above, they get 100%. 7 Bs and above, they get 75%, and 5 Bs and above, they get 50%. So there are affordable options. We help them identify them. We give them the options. If they love those options, then we help them apply. In Dubai, we have various universities. Middlesex University, we have Heriot-Watt, we have Murdoch University. So there are quite a number. So it depends on the cause of interest. And sometimes the university can be pricey, but when, for example, Middlesex University in Dubai, but the discounts are massive. The scholarship and the discounts are massive. You find that once amepata scholarship and discounts have been applied, the fees goes way, way, way low. Same thing even in Malaysia, another university like INTI. Before you go, it's 6,000 to 6,500 USD per year. But then already there's already 40% off tuition fee. Okay, then there is free accommodation for you as well for that particular university. You work at, there is internal scholarship. So you apply and you do well, you maintain a certain GPA, you realize that perhaps even up to 60% off and you're only left with 40% and you're not paying accommodation. What is stopping you from getting quality education in international universities?
Okay, something that parents want to hear, or most of the students want to hear, is about scholarship.
Yeah.
You've mentioned that you guys don't offer scholarship, right?
We
But
don't.
you help them get scholarship.
Yes.
So when you have these students, before I come to how you guys help them make maybe a scholarship, apply for scholarship, you help them, right?
Yeah.
I would like to know how you help them. But before we come to that, talk about you help these students. Maybe they don't have a full, like for example, the universities that offer 50% scholarship, others 100% scholarship of a tuition fee. So do you guys get more students? If you guys get more students, how do you identify the perfect person to go there?
Well, for those scholarships, they're not discriminative. Basically, they're open to everybody, whether you have money or you come from a less fortunate background, okay? So why am I saying this? Because these universities want fairness and equality in terms of everybody getting an opportunity to getting quality education. So provided you have the grades, I always remind students, nobody will give you a scholarship with poor grades. You have to have that in mind. So provided you have the grades, the scholarship are merit based. Whether you are rich, whether you are coming from underprivileged families, the scholarship is readily available. You meet the entry requirement, we do application, you get your offer letter. You go into the university, it's up to you to now work hard and achieve your dream. So that's how we help the students. We don't discriminate that this person has money, we won't give them the scholarship. No, the university has made it open. They've given a number of scholarship for us, various universities, and they've left it open for us so that everybody can benefit from the opportunity, both the less fortunate and those who have the money.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe coming to you as the Deputy Director, what are the types of scholarships available for students to study abroad?
So, like he said, merit scholarships. So that one based on someone's grades, how you've performed. And they usually progressive, but you have to keep up the good grades. So let's say, like in this case, let's take for example GMN scholarship, the GMN University scholarship. You've gotten your 5 A's, you've gotten your 100% scholarship, gotten to the university. That scholarship is for the first year. Okay. For your second year, you have to keep up the good grades.
Okay.
If your grades dip a bit, then the scholarship also dips.
So those are the merits.
Those are the merit-based scholarships.
Are there any other types of scholarships?
Yes, there are other types of scholarships. These other ones, universities name them differently. Okay, they are sports scholarships, which unfortunately we can't help you get those. And then there are others. Some universities can call them global award scholarships, which students have to apply. They look at different criteria. So they look at grades, they look at your volunteering skills, they look at your leadership skills, they look at your giving back to the community. So sometimes they involve a series of interviews, which a student, if a student wants them, they can get them. You just have to apply on time and meet all the criteria and you can get them.
And
Yes.
how do you help them apply this how does Imperial Education Consultants assist students in applying for scholarships? I know you've talked about sports you cannot help, but these other types of scholarship like the merits, you can...
So, for all of them, we provide this information to the students. Okay, so if a student wants sports scholarship, we'll tell them at first we cannot get it for you. Okay, so we'll help you get the merit scholarship if you have the good grades. Or you apply for the global award scholarships that the university gives. So we tell you when to apply, how to apply. Okay, and then for the sports scholarship, we'll tell you, for instance, the university offers them, but you need to audition for this. So once you get to the university, present yourself. This is what you do. Do this, do that, so that you can help you be in line to get those scholarships. Yes.
Okay. In terms of, let me talk about the advice, because the time is not on our side. These students who are planning, or rather are looking to study abroad, what advice would you give them? As the Deputy Director of Imperial Education Consultants. There is something.
There is a cause for everyone. Whatever your grade might be, don't despair.
Okay.
So we have options for everyone. We conduct fairs, our office is open. During these sessions, we talk to students one-on-ones. We guide them based on their capabilities, their financial capabilities, their grades, and from there, we are able to assist them. Yes. So the advice that I can give them is, don't despair. Whatever your situation is, come to us, and we can help you navigate the waters.
Wow, thank you so much. Now coming to you, Mr. Hussein, any programs or any project that is coming next?
We have our Malaysia and UAE Expo, which are countries which are very generous with scholarships. That is happening tomorrow at Sankara Hotel from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. So we are welcoming all students who've been able to finish high school to be able to join us for that particular session, and be able to get the options that are there, affordable options, as well as even other destinations if they want to have counselors to give them those particular options. And then the others is basically if anybody wants career guidance and counseling, we are open now for career guidance and counseling. For any students who'd like to book, they can always reach out to us at Diamond Plaza 1 Parklands, Lulu Center on the 5th floor. They can come to us at any time and be able to get assistance from us. And yeah. And lastly, the other events coming up is we have university representatives who are around from international universities. So they should follow our social media and see which universities in our office. It's free of charge. You come, you attend, you talk to the university, you see which scholarship they have, see what opportunities, how much they charge, and then if you have an interest, you can apply and get your offer letter on the spot. And
do you have any tips for students seeking seeking financial aid?
Number one, there is the financial organization that offer financial assistance like African Education Development Trust. For us, we work with that because it offers interest-free loans to students. So they pay for you the fees, and the parent analipa pole pole.
Yeah.
And number two, there's so many scholarship opportunities out there as well. So sometimes we don't apply for you, but if you want assistance in application, we can, depending on availability. Like for instance, right now, Turkish government scholarship is open, which is full scholarship.
Okay.
So let the students, those who cannot afford to go to study abroad, there is something for everybody, as he said. So they can apply online. It's very straightforward in the online portal. And then whoever is lucky, then they can be able to get the scholarship, which covers everything 100%. Yeah.
Maybe your last take for the students?
My advice, as I sum up, is it's a BIP. It says that believe in yourself regardless of what you've gotten. Remember I said accept what has happened, and then try and see where do I start from with whatever I've gotten, and then believe in yourself. Number two, invest in yourself. Remember, education is the best investment that you'll ever make in yourself, and it is the only inheritance that nobody can take away from you. So invest in yourself. Number three, pray. Pray a lot. Nothing you want to achieve, you can achieve without prayers. So always pray a lot. As you work hard and put in the work, pray a lot. And then number four is prosper. Okay, so prosper. For you just focus on prospering. Then the last three is make internet your best friend. There's a lot of information there. Don't misuse it. Try to get the right information for yourself. Surround yourself with the right people, positive people, right role models. Network, because you can be educated, you can have money, you can be smart, but if you don't have the networks, then your education is useless and irrelevant. And yeah, believe in yourself, and always remember that anything you want to achieve is up to you. With all these few remarks, thank you so much for having us.
Pleasure. Thank you so much also for coming here today and putting some insight on this quite interesting topic for most of the students who are looking to study abroad maybe. And we've quite looked at some few things, or rather some much things that students really need to consider. The factors that students can consider when choosing a university, maybe what Imperial Education Consultant can help, or how can they help the students, and more so the types of scholarship that are there. I think we know that there are so many challenges, but in this world, as we encounter these challenges, definitely there is a solution. There is a hope for everything. So take up what they have said, that everything is possible. It's all about believing in yourself. It's all about investing. It's all about praying, and as well as prospering, or rather prosperity, inshallah. Until next Friday, my name is Zamzam Ahmed. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.